today we are going to have ourselves a bit of a spring refresh, tidy up. I usually try to designate a day, typically at the beginning of the season, to sort of do a house spring full refresh, but we just haven't gotten there yet. But today's our day. I have a list of miscellaneous household projects and things and spaces I'd love to tidy and declutter, so that's what's on our agenda. I can't say I'm super looking forward to it, but I feel like once we get in the groove, it'll be more enjoyable, and I'm very much looking forward to once we complete it all and we can just bask in the spring freshness. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's make ourselves a little checklist so we can stay in order. Off with a load of laundry. I typically just do lights and darks for our clothes, and then for our son's clothes we typically can wash all of them together, and I always wash all of our clothes on delicate. I just feel like it helps with the longevity of our outfits and whatnot, so that's what I do. And then I also dry on delicate everything except for towels and bedding. I'll do the normal settings for those, but I'll dry on delicate, and then they're never dry after the delicate cycle, so I will do the normal dry after a round of delicate, and then they'll usually be nice and dry after that. Also, I definitely need to try to get some stains out before throwing in some of our son's outfits. We went out for Italian food last night and forgot a bib, so you know, we've got pasta sauce all over this little shirt. I'm always blown away at how well this works. What smells more fresh than lemon and peppermint? Okay, let's see how long it takes us to fill up this vacuum. Poor Palmer does not like when I vacuum. Something about the vacuum makes him very uncomfortable. I don't know what happened. I don't remember any instance, but he's not a fan. Let's see if he'll stay in his bed. Okay, buddy. This is the nook that always needs the most vacuuming, especially under our shoe rack. It's much easier to just use a spray bottle and rag to wipe down our stairs instead of trying to use the mop awkwardly on the staircase. So we'll do that now. Figured we should wipe the handrails first. I honestly don't remember the last time I did this. Yucky. Ooh, we have a cozy little afternoon rain shower. I quickly moved all my potted plants to where they would get some rainwater. While we sip on our coffee, I'm gonna do a little tech organization break. I try to do this every so often, about once a month, and I transfer some things over to my external hard drive. Specifically, I transfer my finished YouTube videos as well as any like family videos and that kind of thing. So it doesn't take too long, but it's a necessity because my storage on my computer gets really full, and I've actually been having some trouble with my phone storage getting really full. So I've been trying to get better at deleting duplicates and all of that. The iPhone actually has a lot of helpful things where they can help you sort through duplicates, and also there's a section that shows you which pieces of content on your phone are taking up the most storage. So that helped me clear up a lot of space. I love my desktop wallpaper because I feel like that helps me be more organized because I have little sections for each thing, and it's available on my website if you ever are looking for a little desktop wallpaper switch up. Sometimes I'm a couple days late in the month to posting it, but I try to stay on top of it. And I'm so thankful to partner with Squarespace for this portion of today's video. I love having a website where I can upload things like that and different resources or hopeful inspiration. It allows me to share things that I'm not able to share on other social media platforms. So it's been super helpful. I've had it for over a decade, and it's continuing to change and grow along with me through all the different seasons. If you're in the market and interested in building a website for yourself, they are the all-in-one platform to do just that. And in addition to that, you also can purchase your domain through Squarespace. You can sell merch and grow your business through Squarespace, and hopefully you can bring in more of your ideal customer if it's for your business, or your ideal audience of like-minded individuals. So very thankful for Squarespace, thankful for our continued partnership, and that I can keep adding fun things onto my website. But if you're, again, in the market for a website of your own, you can head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/AllisonBickerstaff to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. This shouldn't take too long, and then we just have A few more items on our list. I hope that the rain will sort of, I love the rain, but I was hoping to do some garden tidying up later, so we'll see how the weather goes. It probably will be, knowing Florida, it probably will be sunny in 30 minutes and we can go out there and do some tidying up and harvesting and pottering around. That's my favorite thing to describe just working in the garden, as pottering. I think it's so cute. Another little nook that could certainly use a declutter is my nightstand. I have just, the top isn't so bad. I do have my silverettes here randomly, which I did use a couple months ago, but we can stow these away. And then I have this basket, which just has a bunch of random things that I probably don't need to keep all of it. And then it also has this drawer, which also is, you know, a bit disorganized. So we're gonna tidy it up, declutter, and hopefully it'll be inspiring for me to try to establish a better night routine and get back into reading before bed. We've been doing our tea before bed, but I find myself just on my phone and computer most nights, so I really would love to get back to reading and journaling. I just feel like naturally most times I fall out of these healthy habits, so even something as simple as just tidying my nightstand will hopefully reignite the desire to establish a more decompressive night routine. I kind of want to go as far as to add fresh flowers from the garden. I just took some ranunculus from my bouquet downstairs since it's raining, but that is so lovely. Oh, I'm excited. I think this is what will inspire me to read. Some bedside florals. And this is what I really need to be doing along the way. Yikes. Little cardinal shaking off the rain. Okay, next up on the list, we're gonna touch up all the scuffed wall bruises, the wall bruises I'm gonna call them. I know sometimes you can use a magic eraser to sort of get the little scuffs out, but we're past that. You'll see. There's just a lot of spots that need some TLC and a fresh coat of paint. I'm hoping this works okay. We've lived in our home for 5 years, and I think we've opened up this touch-up paint one time, so it might be a little old. I feel like, does paint expire? I feel like it does, especially it was in our garage, so the Florida summers might have done some damage on it, but we'll try it out. This spot right here kind of needs like a full drywall replacement, but I'm just gonna paint over it for now. One of the wicks of my candles went a little crazy over here, so we gotta cover this up. Why does that look like it's not matching? basically just because it's wet. That does not look good. I'll give it a minute, see if it dries better. This little nook needs the most touch-ups, which I don't even know if I should bother. We sort of just fling our stroller in this random little nook, and clearly it gets dinged up quite a bit. So, you know, it probably will get dinged up again, but I'm just gonna try to be gentle. I'm gonna try to be more gentle when I'm folding it up and storing it away, but it kind of feels inevitable. We've been focusing so much on the garden that I feel like my indoor plants need a little love. So I'm mixing in some indoor plant food, and then we'll give them a nice drink. I'm so glad our Birds of Paradise plant is so happy here. It's almost touching the ceiling. Our Monstera definitely looks thirsty. Another dahlia opened up. I'm overdue for harvesting some basil. It's starting to bolt, but I've kind of just been letting it be so that the bees can pollinate the little flowers. But I'll probably harvest a bunch tomorrow and make some pesto. We also really need to train our jasmine trellis. You can't even see the crisscross shape anymore because it's running wild. We've just enjoyed letting it kind of go free, especially as it's been blooming, but its blooming season is fading away, so we'll probably train that sometime later this week. I am about to clock out for the night, but I am in the mood for a warm drink, and instead of tea, I'm gonna try out this new cacao drink. Cacao is actually a superfood, and I love that narrative and try to remember that as a chocolate lover. So this little drink mix, it's raw chocolate, which is raw cacao nibs, coconut sugar, raw cacao butter, cinnamon, mushroom extracts, lion's mane, chaga, reishi, vanilla bean powder and Himalayan pink sea salt. So it sounds really yummy. I love hot chocolate, and you know, I could just sip on hot chocolate all the time, but I don't think that would be very wise for my health. So I'm trying some healthier alternatives, and during Christmas time I tried a healthier hot cocoa, and from a brand I really like, but it had monk fruit extract in it, and something about the aftertaste with that I just don't love. So I'm hoping this will be a better fit. I'm actually gonna steam the milk with our little espresso machine, because then it'll be like extra frothy. I think that'll be suit itself nicely. Smells yummy. It smells like the cacao I use with baking, like when I'm baking brownies and stuff. That's nice. I like it. That's perfect. It truly isn't sweet. I mean, a tiny bit, but yeah, you can't go into it expecting to be sipping on hot cocoa, because it's a much more simple, true raw cacao flavor. But I love it. This feels like, ooh, just, I'm gonna have sweet dreams. Something about it. It's like having chocolate milk as a kid. I don't know. It's taking me back. But very thankful for the tidy up today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I honestly woke up on the wrong side of the bed today and did not feel like doing all the tasks I had mapped out. But now that it's over and we did it, I feel very thankful we did. So sometimes it just is a matter of like making the decision to do something and following through, and then that feeling, that rewarding feeling, it definitely feels nice. So very thankful. Cheers to that. I hope you and yours are well, and I'm excited to see you next. Bye.